Bitrate? I hardly even know her. I definitely fixed my bitrate. It's definitely back to normal. There's definitely no issues, and tonight's stream will definitely be completely as silky smooth as every other single night. I definitely didn't just go into OBS and lower my bitrate stream output down to 15 Mbps instead of 50. No, why would I ever do such a thing? We're very much definitely at 50 Mbps. Hi, welcome back to MaGMML3. We are going to revisit the stage last night that absolutely killed the frame rate, and hopefully not encounter the same issue. I spent probably about an hour pre-stream making sure that things worked, you know, relatively smoothly. So, yeah, hold on. I just noticed that for some reason, my stream is not properly selected on OBS. Why is that? Let me do that. There we go. Let's see. Up chat. Let me see. Can I not refresh this? 5. Alright. Let's hoping it works. Actually, hold on. Sorry for the delay in this again, but I'm just taking no precautions here. I had to change settings in OBS for no good reason, and now all of a sudden, you know, I have to take every precaution available to make sure I'm not missing out on, you know, chat or what have you. So let me just see. I'll type something up here. Bitrate is so fun. Let's see, does that work? Alright, that works in my chat window. Excellent. Alright, we are ready to roll. So, here we go. Level 88. The Storm Scraper. With all of its bitrate ending sand. Okay, so let's restart the level from the beginning. Get the motion sickness out of the way. But yeah, I did my best to test just about everything I could before stream today. And it really seemed like it was not my fault. Oops, forgot to start my timer. Let's see. I made sure that there was no random things connected to my network, taking up bitrate. I made sure that I wasn't, you know, using some kind of, you know, another program that sucked up my internet connection. It just really seems that from various down detector services that the internet in the East Coast of America is just not doing so hot right now. The cloud of problems has only increased since last night. So, at the very least, I'm not alone. But it does make for a frustrating experience now, not knowing if my stream is going to stay at a consistent frame rate. It should be a lot better now with a lower bit rate. I mean, 15 kbps or 15,000 kbps is a lot more than, you know, say Twitch allows, so this should still be fine. It looked fine in testing. It's definitely going to be fine. I don't have anxiety issues. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyhow, back to the stage. It seems pretty fun so far. I mean, I'm enjoying, you know, all the sandstormy goodness. It was, the sandstorms were quite an intimidating gimmick in Mega Man 10. But, at the same time, once you got used to them, they're actually super fun to, you know, go along with. Commando Man stage suddenly became the speed, you know, the fake speed running blast that it is. Oh, I almost got me there. I almost didn't consider the sandstorm on that one. Ooh, okay, that's kind of a unique way to use this. Make it so that way you can actually make longer ladder jumps. Or ladder falls. Nice. Music in the stage, also pretty sweet. It's got good energy, it's not too repetitive. Rather enjoyable. It's maybe a little bit quiet on my own ears. Let me see if I can't, Actually, what is my volume at according to Windows? Alright, so yeah, let me go ahead and up the volume for y'all. There we go. That's better. Ooh, very cute aesthetics in the background to have the metals on the screens. Unfortunately, that is a minus sign on their hard hats, so that's not exactly how things work around here. Okay, but, I mean, for all my complaining about it, I am at the very least happy that I still have enough internet to stream consistently right now. It's still not anywhere near it should be, for no good reason, and that bothers me. But I'll take the fact that I can still at least get 15 kbps or 15 mbps and call it a day. We can still enjoy the stream without, you know, without God tier internet. We just have, you know, good tier internet. Although I presume it's, I'm not paying attention. I presume it's a little presumptuous to say 50,000 Mbps is God tier internet. I mean, hell, I'm not even actually kitted out like a real professional streamer is. I just bought a decent internet package from Verizon. Like, that ain't, that can't be the peak, right? But then again, it's also a good point. Like, internet speed is like not nearly as like crazy important to shop around for as it used to be. I mean, I remember when, you know, Windows XP was the thing in my family household, and like during those times, just the upgrade between different flavors of copper fiber internet were extremely important. And then, you know, once optical fibers actually came out, then, you know, it was massively important to upgrade to that. I was very, unfortunately, compelled with the whole, like, not compelled, what am I trying to say? Met face-to-face with the realities of crappy internet whenever I visited my mom's house, because until very recently, I would say maybe within the last year or so, she still had copper cable internet from, like, 2005. It was very painful going and visiting her. I mean, yes, I did spend time with my parents, but it was also a matter of like, okay, she goes to bed like way the fuck earlier than I do, especially when I'm on vacation like that. There's definitely a secret here. Oh, no, okay. And so then, you know, when it's later at night and I just want to hang out with my friends, it's kind of a matter of, well, I can hang out with them over Discord. Just barely. I have enough internet to hang out over Discord. But God forbid I open a video game, too. Then everything goes to shit. But, I don't know. Nowadays, it's, for most uses, it's really hard to tell the difference between, like, a basic internet package or basic internet speed package and, you know, one of the more premium services offered by an ISP. It's just not that big of a difference anymore for things like email, gaming, what have you. The only time you'll notice it is if you are trying to actually be a professional streamer. Or, well, actually, yeah, that's the only time you'll really notice anything, if you're trying to be a professional streamer or some other kind of crazy internet-intensive application. Alright, you got me with the bullet there. Or, you know, the only other... That's why I feel like more companies now have resorted to the idea of, like... The idea of now we have to have more limited internet packages, where it's like you actually have a certain data cap, you know, per month or what have you. But, because at least I don't, when I was younger, remember there being so many data packages where it's like, yeah, you only get this many megabytes per month, or gigabytes per month. But now I notice it's in abundance, but that's probably just because they can't, you know, really gate you out with internet speed anymore. It's not that big of a difference between just what standard internet is now and what greater internet is previously. Hey, Grimspecs, I'm glad to see you made it tonight. Let me just get through all this platforming and I'll read what you just said. But thankfully we are solving, let's see. Friend used to have the same problems. Mom used the microwave as Xbox disconnected. Yikes, that's a real problem. Well, no, then your problem is also partially, well, why is your microwave so damn close to the router? But yeah, no, that's a rough one to have. But yeah, thankfully that's all squared now. I was able to convince my mom to actually go and talk to, you know, someone from AT&T and get... Ooh, okay, I misread that situation. Get something new set up, so it's not so painful going home anymore. But, yeah. Anyways, in case you missed the current state of the internet, It's still kind of messed up over by me, but I was able to fix the frame rate by just lowering the bit rate to whatever my connection currently can handle. It's not quite back up to the 50k that I'm used to, but it seems to be stable enough around 15k with just a couple of frames being dropped, even among this stage, so we'll take what we can get. Let's see. Challenge progression on this stage is honestly quite nice, though. I'm noticing a very nice, smooth difficulty curve, reasonable challenges, good use of the sandstorm gimmick so far. I haven't seen the nausea-inducing motion sickness man, you know, warranting problem yet, but I'm sure we'll get there in a moment. Okay. Can I make that? I don't feel like I can just make that. I'm going to just pull out the magnet beam. I do want that W tank. Okay. Jump. This. Okay. And, let's see. I think I posted about it last night. I can't remember if I posted it to YouTube, though. Thankfully, yesterday's stream did at least record smoothly on my end, so I will be, later over the weekend, I will kind of stitch together the two parts of the recording and upload it to my channel and provide a nice link so that way anybody can go ahead and view the stream in proper frame rate. No need to view it in the maybe 30 FPS that it was actually streaming at last night. Right before the boss. Okay. Now I just have to actually get good at the timing for jumping on these. That's the last little bit of skill that I need to acquire to finish the stage. I do also like the fact that another good game design thing about this level is that the platforms are color coordinated to with they're going upwards, up and down, or left to right, and that is it's a nice subtle redundancy that, you know, prevents you from just having to wonder, okay, which way is this going to go? Do I have to sit here and figure it out for a couple seconds? No, it's fine. Okay. Misjudged that. Messages don't take 5 minutes to reach. Yeah, that's a good thing. And I can actually afford to put the ultra low latency on tonight now instead of just the low latency. So we should have a much better time overall. Alright, come on. We can do this. I am interested in doing this platforming challenge. Legitimately. Okay, alright. It took a gamble there and it worked out. Took another one. Okay, the platform is getting maybe a little bit intense there, but it's fine. It's a good, you know, good increase of challenge. I do also appreciate that the Picket Men don't have as ludicrously much health as they do in Mega Man 1. Okay. Alright, I could see... If this is the screen that was being referred to, I could see this is maybe a little bit crazy. It's not impossible for me to get a hold of, but it is definitely requiring me not to stare too hard at the screen. I have to kind of almost magic eye my way and just kind of like unfocus and hope that I don't get nauseous or notice too much. Alright, come on, get rid of the rocket. It is at least a fitting challenge conclusion. If only there was a way to kind of give it some half transparency. Killed yesterday's scream. Oh yeah, it would have been completely cooked, done for. Oh, I saw the little gyro man, little gyro attacks in the background screens. That's cute. Lots of good background details in Tier 8. Okay, fairly standard Gyro Man fight, as we've learned in one of the other levels, mixing up the geometry doesn't really change Gyroman all that much. It's just that I'm bad at fighting Gyroman, so... There we go. Alright. That's a bit of a shame I couldn't do that last night, but, you know, this is a fun opening to the stream. I quite liked that level, actually. I think it was overall, overall it was a really strong showing. It had, you know, very pretty aesthetics, good background details, great use of gimmicks, and great gimmick introduction. The enemies never got too overwhelming. The platforming was delightfully tricky, and the enemies did provide, you know, just a fair enough amount of mix-up to the platforming as to not make platforming in the Sandstorm infuriating, but also not to make it too repetitive and too easy without enemies. I mean, overall, I really like this stage, probably more than some of the ones that I actually played last night. This will leave a very positive impression on me. And, yeah, alright, the 25% time penalty definitely makes sense as to why it ended up here. But yeah, top 30 contender totally makes sense for this. It is just a shame that the aesthetics are not quite for everybody, just because of how much it can, you know, how intense it can be on that last screen. I suppose a way of fixing that would have been like half transparency on the sand or something, but that would have been, you know, another thing to figure out entirely. Bright blue skyline, high energy, various platforming, wind stage, yep. Let's see, respectable design, enemy set is appropriate and well placed, grounded ones make excellent breaks, and the airborne ones make good opponents. Agreed. Fun concepts for an entertaining level, yeah. I did find it maybe a little bit disappointing that the use of the sandstorm to make further ladder jumps was only on one screen. I feel like if there was maybe one more screen of that with like an enemy to also fight on it, then that probably would have been, you know, real good. But, you know, we'll take it as just a small addendum to all of the good gimmick usage in the stage. It's not a big deal. Let's see. Interesting use. Special mention goes to the horizontal ones. Token challenges were very good indeed. Good timing challenges. Sandstorms might be a bit odd. Yeah, I suppose that does kind of... It is a little strange, but it's fine. It doesn't stand out too much. The color palette definitely helps carry the Sandstorm into the realm of feasibility. Struck the right balance between blindness and visibility. I agree. The long Sandstorm room with Tomahawk platform types is a lot more challenging than necessary. Yeah, it was definitely tricky hopping on the horizontally moving ones, but I feel like it's, you know... It's certainly within the realm of Mega Man difficulty. Yeah, I could see it being, you know, the Quick Man kind of thing, so I don't really have a problem with it. It's even then, it's not nearly, you know, that nerve-wracking. For more reasons than disabling Rush Jet, well, you got Magna Beam, so it's still fine. Horizontal platforms on the same plane, meaning the behavior stack. Yeah, it's hard to get used to. High-speed platforms, a little frustration. I wouldn't quite go to say it isn't fun, but I would go to say it's maybe a little bit tough. New Mega Man levels I played that uses wind without it being frustrating. Yeah, no, for once it actually used the wind gimmick to make it feel like more interesting gameplay rather than, you know, hindered gameplay. The biggest stages that rely on wind currents, but it's pretty decent. I thought it was... yeah. Let's see. Not exactly a novel idea. The basic nature is more than enough to keep the player engaged. A little bit indistinguishable. I don't know. I feel like most of them had their identity. At least in the second half of the level, every screen had its identity. Enemy placement is usually very thoughtful. Feel the Picketmen's placement often make them more of a nuisance than anything. Yeah. I mean, Picketmen just aren't generally the most fun enemy to fight anyways. They're usually tanky and they have kind of They're simple to dodge at first, but if you run out of horizontal room, it's really hard to wiggle your way through to the pickaxes. It's not great. Those being the Sandstorm segment vertical platforms, finally up to the boss. I feel like these sections should have been swapped around. I guess that one was more challenging than the final section, but it also felt like the final section definitely had the the dramatic climactic energy that, you know, is necessary for a Mega Man level. I don't want to get motion sickness, but it was a little tough to look at. Yeah. Platforming is decent. The aesthetics are good. Oops. I'm never gonna get used to the fact that the right trigger, you know, button is right there. I want to press it to go to the next judge thing rather than using my control stick. Let's see. Interesting application. You know, where it uses a wind burst. It's like the, you know, the quote-unquote unintentional way to play Commando Man stage. Timing gets a little stingy, yeah, but that's fine. It's a good challenge progression. You have enough time to get used to it. Centered around the Sandstorm gimmick. Yeah, I guess it's a bit odd. Most all the tokens are just based around the platforms. Little ice earring. Yeah, alright. Want to get excited about a level. I'm bored of the soundtracks, so presently surprised to see Sandstorm used in a way that doesn't wreck the pacing. I like the Tomahawk platforms. What? I enjoy the token challenges which do so much with so little, and which avoid rehashing MaGMML3 Komosu's Temple. Oh, right. It's not just the same as that one. Okay. I'm thrilled to see that bottomless pits, which are usually taken for granted in a sky level, are properly labeled. Matter of challenge finesse. A messy Pickle Man screen that would be better with only one type of Tomahawk platform. It could be. I mean, I got caught on that one too right before the area where I kept dying because the Sandstorm and the horizontal platform are finicky, but I mean, overall, it's you go fast, you avoid the Pickle Man. It's fine. Sandstorms never quite timed how I want them. Overzealous final area. Gimmicks. Gyroman's incredible weakness to Icefall, and not to mention odd resistance to the Buster to take only 2 instead of 3. The mix of colors and textures isn't entirely appealing. I didn't even notice that about the boss door tiles. Locking weapons instead of designing around them, and for once I respect that decision. See the rationale, it feels like I'm really being challenged rather than unfairly restricted. I didn't even notice what I was missing. I know that I was missing 2 things, but I think maybe it was Spark Chaser and it was Water Shield? Difficulty progression is good, and the tensest parts are always right on the edge between fun and stressful. Yep. With the dev kit being such a varied toolbox, you do not need any new assets to create an original experience. Exactly. Let's see. As much fun to watch as it was to play. A little confusing. Confusing? I mean, forces the player to stop frequently or go at it blind. I wouldn't quite say that for about Commando Man stage. It's about the exact same gimmick. The exact same usage, except that it doesn't really push against you as much, but sure. Go through sections at desired pace. Yep. Checkpoints are expertly placed, definitely. Maybe it's a little visually busy, but I'm fine with it. Yeah, it doesn't quite blend in. If you could maybe retexture it, would have been fine, but oh well. Great choice. Tokens are interesting. Comes down how well it works together. Yeah, no. Very good level. Definitely one of my favorites so far. Alright, now we can actually make our way towards, I believe it was the big boy. We'll spend probably the rest of, not the rest of the stream, but, you know, quite a good amount of time. Right, because, yeah, that's the tier 8 boss. Okay. Alright, time for the... Wait a minute. I almost forgot to talk to Wario. Wario, what are you doing here, you son of a bitch? Wario, your portrait looks like a lot different color set than your current one that you're spouting. Or you're sporting. I tried to get some quick cash and that thing up there, but I couldn't take any of the treasure out. What a rip. Tried breaking some frog egg things over and over, but all I got was pennies. Where's the real big bucks? I have to work for it. That's for chumps. That's right, Wario. Go onto the anti-work subreddit. Fu Man. Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah. That low Flashman score is very indicative of how I'm probably gonna feel. Hey, the whole family's here. Let's catch up with everybody. Itchman, how are you? Tokens are so annoying to get. You have to think fast, act fast, scratch fast, too fast. And the dev team could get them all. Only about 3 members got that Rush Bike token legitimately. Oh, good, Rush Bike. And then where you jump up and up, if only these extra arms could climb walls. So those 2 paths, the first isn't so bad, but the second, even if you can't even find it, it's a long one, very long, difficult too, like trying to find which folder you saved your keys to. The C drive or the D drive? Difficulty is overcranked. No trigger games are brutal, but I never knew they could break all my limbs in 9 places. On brutal mode? Oh, wow. That'll be something to maybe come back to in a final stream challenge. So, at one point, a certain NPC will ask you to find some hidden terminals at the level. Don't. The maker tried to force a costume unlock through these terminals. They weren't allowed to do that. There's no reward for finding them now, so you needn't bother. I wish they'd give me that costume for me at least. Magnet beam suddenly not working with no visual indication in certain areas is not a bug. As they say, it's a feature. Alright, well, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. And every skip teleport NPC is here. Yeah, you're not kidding at all. Glitch effects that flash rapidly. Despite being considerably slowed down by the dev team, they are still potential source of eye strain. Using certain weapons in some parts of the stage can make it worse, especially severe during the boss fight. An example of the fact, don't hesitate to skip. Well, I like to go in completely blind and be completely blindsided, so. Okay. Bukanashi Man only appears in 2 entries and they're both in tier 8. Yeah, very weird coincidence that. Oh, that's a cool visual effect. Turn everything to wireframe. I like that. Yeah, it is definitely a very bold choice of both entrants to just assume that they can get a costume by implying that one will exist. Like, even if you submit your costume along with your level, which I don't think that's exactly how anything works, it's still very presumptuous to assume that the team will just want to put it in because you put it there. It's not about that. Original tiles, boss graphics, and 1 enemy graphic. Crash, 8-bit covers, Shakio, Fama Tracker, Birdcap, Fama Tracker, Tristan28 on YouTube, do a later section. Final one I couldn't pin down before submission, design programming, most original meh. Okay. Oh my god. A lot of people tested this apparently then. Alright. Alright, well cool. Okay. Alright. Super met. Interesting. Does it aim at me? It certainly does. Alright, well this is at least a good opportunity to test how these enemies work, so I'll give the level creator that. Though then again, it's also not a great environment to test how to dodge these damn things. Hello, Dr. Light? I mean, I would have loved if they included a Tempura Man costume, but not bold enough to demand that. Yeah, that's cool. At least I got him as a plushie. Yeah, you did make an iconic boss there for your sister, so. Metal X. Huh. Crashes you make it safely. We're barely able to teleport you into all the interference. Digging into Fu Man's systems, we've learned that he's trying to revive Wily's reality warping technology. Wow. I mean, which really came first, the chicken or the egg on the story for this game versus this level? But, I mean, man, to hit the nail on the head right like that, that's actually pretty impressive. Been using this research to enhance the factory and its robots, but I've also detected persons with glitches in the system. I don't know what it means. We need to hold their development. Alright. Will do, Dr. Light. I mean, if anything, you could always, if you were interested enough, it's not like you could always commission somebody, get a Tempura Man sprite, and it would end up, a costume that anybody could choose to use, you know, that's probably what the level creator should have done anyway. It's just here, have my costumes, not make an unlock for it, and just be like, if you want to put it in, here it is. Otherwise, I'll just release it to the public. Block back there toggles brutal mode, which makes the level's enemies and gimmicks significantly more challenging. Strongly not recommended. Yeah. Vaults at the end of perfect requires extreme reflexes timing. Yeah, alright. Alright. Bye, E-Tank. We'll go ahead and get back to this. Coincidence volume submissions is crazy. I think too many are same-brained. Yeah, maybe after a while you kind of get used to just how the Mega Man community thinks. Okay, I actually like this version of that enemy a lot more. I sworn I saw an interact button there, but I like that version of the enemy a lot more than the original, so I'm cool with that. I like how it actually has a delay to its shot. There's something a little bit more to it. Oh, cool. That, technically custom enemy from Mega Man 11. What do you do in your super form? Oh, more missiles. Excellent. Rumour's not worth it. Yeah, definitely. Oh, hello, X-Series. Never that great at this boss in the first place. Always had a small hitbox, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely no interest in playing in brutal mode now. Maybe for a extra special challenge, I'll do it as like a, alright, well, we've beaten Tier X and just about everything else in the game, so may as well, right? For content. But yeah, definitely not now. Alright. Boss is still it's pretty well balanced. Honestly, the fact that it doesn't just, you know, wave up and down all over the place as it moves makes it a lot more fun to fight than the original version. Can I go up the block shoot? I can. Alright, secrets abound. Oh, okay, that's the way back out. Not super well communicated, but at the very least it's, you know, not too far of a setback. Alright, let's see here. Improve mode bosses are accessible by the boss gallery, so you don't have to replay the level. Yeah. But, you know, a certain fun in accomplishing everything the level has to offer. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, maybe I just hate myself. Alright. So... Okay. I think I get what it's asking of me here. I have to just barely go out enough to put the magnet beam down so I can slide on it. Okay, now I don't have... Oh, wait, yes I do. There we go. Okay, and now we wanna... No, that's definitely not low enough, or high enough. There we go. Alright. Patience is the key. Anything else here, or is that just a pit? I'm guessing it's probably just a pit if magnet beam use is that necessary. Oh, no, it's nothing. I made I made that way more difficult than I needed to. See, I thought that was going to be a much more difficult challenge. Alright, wait for the block. Can't shoot through it. Okay, it's just a solid block. Let's go. Ooh, accelerating conveyors. That's interesting. I like that. I'm surprised that isn't a gimmick in the actual classic Mega Man at this point. Accelerating conveyors feels like such a natural extension of a common gimmick. Alright, hey Dr. Light. Uh-oh, you ain't looking too good. Did you get Thanos? Can't get a visual feed, breaking up, but you seem to be getting close to the source of the glitches. Try to find more info. I have a tendency to overthink things. But yeah. I'm just always hyper paranoid of what a game, you know, what a dev might expect out of me. Wait, I wasn't even paying attention. What did I just miss? Well, hopefully there wasn't anything important there. If anything, it's not too far into the game, so I can always come back for it. Okay. This boss is giving me kind of Hanabiran vibes, just by the fact that it's so inaccessible and in an awful position half of the fight. Not loving this. Okay, there's only 3 health. Doesn't actually take that much damage. Not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, now the other one. Okay. Alright, well this one leaves itself way more open, so this should be a lot easier. Yeah, way easier. No defense on that one. Alright, I mean, well, so far, at least the aesthetics are very pleasing in this stage, and the challenges so far are fine. It's probably just going to end up being, you know, the length that kills it. Alright, not crazy about the fact that there's no tell for where the spikes are going to appear. You just kind of have to go slow and feel it out. But I suppose it wasn't that bad. Okay, what? Got from the Cloud Network, yeah. Okay, what do you do? Alright, you accelerate. That's what you do. And then maybe explode. Okay, well this is a cool combination of this enemy with this gimmick. It's just a shame that this enemy also appears for the very first time on a screen where you have to get used to the gimmick real quick. Nope, not dealing with you today. Alright. Anything up here? Nope, just an enemy spawner. Okay. Spark Chaser, be my best friend. Don't want to actually have to deal with that very troublesome enemy. Alright, well that looks suspicious. And it seems I missed my opportunity to get up there legitimately, so... This way? No? Alright, just kind of a red channel. Alright, I guess I'll ignore it. Oh. Okay, that's damage spikes at the very least, so that's much more forgivable. Still a very kind of jerk-ass way to place it. Have 2 layers of timing to get through that challenge. Alright, token indicator. Thank you. Whenever I appreciate a level designer that can understand people want to go for the bonus first. Okay, a memory game. I could jump straight up 2 from here and go a little bit to the right. Okay. I feel like the fact that this gimmick is using only... that the platforms are only temporarily in place instead of maybe... No. I was about to complain it being only temporarily in place instead of always there, but... and just invisible when they disappear, but that would kind of be a completely different thing entirely. Alright, now I saw Ivalkari style this section by just jumping along the sides, but I'm not... I'll see which one's actually more difficult for me to accomplish first, before trying that out. Alright, it just kind of naturally times out anyways to slide with it and it's fine. Okay, cool. Alright, move this way, grab onto that. Oh. A little disorienting that one didn't move me with it, but that's fine. Excellent. Alright, not too bad. A little bit finicky, but for a token, I think that's fine to have some challenging, you know, platforming like that. Damn, he got me. Alright. Anything special with this background? No, just a place for the blocks to be dumped. Fair enough. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm not a fan how that purple sphere just always teleports to, like, the spot furthest from you. I feel like it should be more of an RNG thing rather than definitive. It's never going to be in your way to actually shoot it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, get through this. Alright. Just run. Alright, good enough. Cool. The amount of stuff you have to deal with on any given screen. Yeah, there's a lot. There's definitely too many challenges happening all at once. Okay, it's understandable how to dodge that for next time. Gauntlet.exe. Okay, well. Alright, well, I played Undertale, so I know how to solve this problem. Oh no, .exe? I see. Okay, you have a little bit of a aim prediction on you, so... But overall, not too bad of a boss. I can appreciate this. Okay, so do this. Stand there. Let me shoot over you. Now jump and jump back. Jump over here, stay in the corner. Okay, a very solid rhythm to this boss. I like it. Okay, and random generation of platforms. Very cool. I do like that. It helps add some variety to it. I think maybe his shots just come out a little bit too fast. They get a little unmanageable. Also, the fact that he has just a very random number of them amount that he shoots. The fact that this boss has had a good rhythm the entire time just gets completely thrown off by this. But, oh well. Good first half of the boss, maybe not so great second half. Alright, Dr. Light, what's up now? Defeating Fu-Man seems to have no effect on the anomalies. A second force in play, oh boy. That area with the interference, it may warrant further investigation. That's for another time, however. Now bring that element home. With a not-so-subtle 0 in the background. Browsing Fu-Man's PC, you find data on proposed enhancements to Wily's robots, as well as the search history. Uh-oh, better delete that for him. Schematics for an expansion to Fu-Man's lair, blueprints for a seemingly ineffective decoy, other data in which Dr. Light can use, movies, songs, games. Whoever Wily's robot stole this terminal from, and looks at Fu-Man was all work and no play. Identify. Alright, well, I'll grab this element at least. The easiest way I think most people have this level is finding that second element. Yeah, I'm currently trying to think of where the heck it might actually be. I mean, there was that one spot with the... Oh, okay, interesting. Did I just accidentally do something by just smashing on my buttons? That was not how it was before. This is just a pit, right? Yeah, just a pit. Okay. Yeah, now the enemies are definitely a lot weirder. Oh, and Dr. Light's completely different, too. Huh. Alright, a level within a level. Very odd. I can't tell if that was something that I just did by accidentally pressing the button and causing a difference in the boss the boss spawning, or if like this is just what happens on the second playthrough. But I'm down for it. Alright. I'm not dealing with you this time. I guess if we're just testing things randomly. Never exactly tried touching this door. Okay, yeah, it would be a little too easy if all I had to do was touch that door and suddenly I get somewhere. But have to be sure. Did you just not take damage from Ice Wall even though I saw you had a damaged frame? That's bullshit. Okay. Alright, has anything changed on this screen? No, it looks the same. Okay, leave it be. I probably should have grabbed that health. Oh well. And again, guessing this is just a pit? Okay. We're going for 44 minutes already? Sure hasn't felt like it. Uh-oh. Okay, well, there's a little glitch block up there. That's probably worth investigating. Yep, there we go. Well, hold on, let's see if Dr. Light says anything different. Centered here, glitch, yeah. That's a that's a pretty good indicator that something's up. Different tiles here. There we go. Alright. Alright, well, I'm used to staring at glitch cities and Binding of Isaac TM Trainer, so that's not too insane. Let's see. Check the screen transitions if there's any secret tokens. Do I know what's up or what? It's not quite a token, but it is, you know, something to go for. Okay, that's not... Doesn't really make sense to not have the thing immediately spawn under me, so I just fall down like a goober, but... Oh well. Oh, hello, Tellies. You're not angry at me, are you? Ah, the Rush Bike segment. Okay, so... Okay, and it's infinite on this screen. Anyway, I can manage to jump up here. Well, hold on, I could probably just do it from above. Nope. So I know, let's see, I get higher jumps if I go faster, right? No, not that much. Okay, not that much, actually. Oh, okay, I thought it was going to start draining my health, like it did in the actual Rush Bike stage. Alright, well, looks like we're gonna just be hitting a trial and error wall for a moment. But at the very least, I don't have a health timer making me worry. And I also appreciate the fact that they at least made the camera scroll back a little bit. So that way it's not completely centered on Mega Man. That would be ridiculous to have to actually work with. Oops. Shouldn't have died to that one. Okay. Well, let's see. Now is probably a good a time as any to plug that I do have a, I'm doing a extra stream than usual on Thursday. I took a day off to do some other adult responsibilities, but, so yeah, I have a day off on Friday to do some other things in the world, but, I did also want to kind of use the time to have, be able to stream on Thursday night. I'm not going to be streaming MaGMML3. I wanted to just add some variety to the channel. I'm going to be playing Slay the Spire. Just trying to play, just casually playing, trying to do another rung up the difficulty ladder in that game. Playing character Defect on the Ascension 7 difficulty. And yeah, I don't know. I've been getting back into the game lately because I've seen that Slay the Spire 2 is in development, and so I definitely am eager to check that out, even if I'm not great at the game by any means. But I've just been getting back into the whole, you know, roguelike card builder that game is, so figured I'd stream it once, and you know, maybe a couple more times whenever I get an extra bonus day to work with. How did I manage to do that platforming the first time without any trouble? And now, all of a sudden, I'm having difficulty. But, yeah, you know, if you can make it to this, if anybody can make it to the stream from this, and, you know, if you're interested, I'd appreciate the movement and viewership. But if not, I understand. It's a completely different game from what I'm, you know, known for playing, or, yeah, from what you might have interest in watching. So, yeah, just figured I'd give it a shout-out, because it's a bit different than the usual schedule. Oop, okay. A lot easier. So what I want to do here is just kind of ride this, and then jump here. Okay, I can wait for a second now. Wait a minute. Okay, I guess that is a solid block. I can't just rush coil my way up there, but... okay. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go. That wasn't so bad. Just what Power Slave is zoomed. Gonna give that a try after I finish the new Doom 1 and Doom 2 remaster. What's, tell me about Power Slave Exhumed. I had not heard of it before. I did hear that the, you know, new Doom remasters recently came out, and that's cool. I just kind of wish that I didn't end up buying all the individual Doom games on Steam a little while ago, because they were on sale, and, well, now it's like, well, the new collection just came out, so... yeah, took a wrong opportunity on that one. Okay, am I gonna get bonked here? Probably. Oh, nope, okay. So what's up here? Another bonus? Okay. Is this bonus or is this progress? Can't shoot through that wall. It looks like bonus, I guess, from all the E's. Okay, nothing up there. Just another guy. Essentially a Metroidvania. I deal with the advanced enemies. Essentially Metroidvania combined with Duke Nukem. Beat Metroid Punch, tried him to the punch by several years. Could be interesting. I remember I played the Duke Nukem 3D games for the Steam release. I used to be a lot better at it. Then I don't know. Then I revisited it several years later, and it's like, wow, I don't quite vibe with the boomer shooter controls anymore. something about just having to aim three-dimensionally in the 2D environment is, doesn't work well with my brain. But, certainly at least give Doom a try when I eventually get that far in my backlog. Okay, having the extra little bell enemy there to make the timing to the third jump worse is not necessary. Alright, I guess you just go, it's not a problem. That's annoying, though. No, not while I'm dealing with this at the same time. You don't get to introduce multiple types of enemies like that. And looter shooters and modern shooters. Fair enough. I mean, it's not like I even have anything for, like, I'm trying to think of, like, I don't play the most modern stuff outside of this, like, I guess you want to call it modern, but, like, something like, I don't know, what's popular with Apex, Fortnite, that kind of thing. It's just like, no, that's not for me. But I'm at least more used to anything that's in the Half-Life sphere of content. Or, I'm going to say, the Half-Life sphere of controls. So, Team Fortress, Left 4 Dead, those are really my things. Oh, this is that little, it's not a bug, it's a feature kind of thing, huh? Alright, well, I guess the ice wall is the way to go with this. As infuriating as that is. Okay, not that bad. Strapped in, need to become something to stabilize, but you need the other terminals. Okay, yeah. Bonus, that is not true. Anything else here? No, just the terminal thing. Gotcha. Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay, having the checkpoint on this screen is a little bit mean. I'm not exactly willing to entertain that. It's kind of interesting now that they're having the enemies transform into each other, but it makes it so unpredictable and, like, not fun to actually work around. You need to be able to expect what enemy you're going to see. It's not great to be able to, or to be forced to say, well, now the enemy is suddenly different. That's not... Okay, that's pretty tight to make it behind that block. And now you got this bastard shooting at you. Alright, level design kind of went down the tubes a little bit. Anything here? Well, my buster shot does go behind it. Yep, alright. Most modern shooter plays Titanfall 2, love that, but I didn't enjoy Apex as much, not cut for multiplayer shooters. Yeah. Yeah, I fell out of PvP a long time ago. I forgot to convert to Radians. Oh god, that's so relatable. Yeah, I fell out of a lot of multiplayer shooters and stuff, too, as well. Like, I mean... After, like, Team Fortress, maybe 2015 or so, I found other things to do, and honestly, playing PvP was just too sweaty at a certain point. Even if I'm just trying to play casually, it's like, well, I'm trying to play to win, but then it's like other people are way better, and just trying to keep up with the arms races. It's too much. Crash, can you read me? I finally have a visual something about this room. It seems like a deliberate island of stability. From what your scanners tell me, this other entity seems to be aware of you, likely wants to meet you. Felt able to communicate for some time, be on your guard. Okay. Can I talk to the funny dancing blade? Oh no, it just hurts me. Can I hurt it? Can. Cut it out, stop. Go already? No, I don't think I will, actually. I think I will sit here and waste all of my weapon energy. Is that the Fu Man path? Aha! See? Look for him to code that. I thought I just had the Fu Man path would have been fine. Yeah, the additional path is pretty rough. And as someone who had a large level yourself, yeah, you know that at a certain point things get to be maybe a little bit too much of burnout. Okay, this is a fun original take on these wireframe bosses. I kind of wish this was in the main path instead. Like, this would have been a lot cooler to actually fight instead of just, you know, stuff we've already seen in the X series. What's up with Fui trapping doors anyways? Yeah, to actually have an original wireframe boss to fight, that adds inspiration and, you know, your creativity score for the level. These, anything? No? These pipes aren't anything? Gotcha. Okay. Oh, hello. I see a gap. Magnet beam to the rescue. But fucked up the magnet beam. Alright. I'm sure the difficulty wasn't overly brutal either. Yeah. Yeah, at the very least, your fun bag was not a ludicrously difficult experience. Just a long one. This one is not... Okay, it's not ludicrously difficult, but some of the challenges are getting maybe a little bit unfair. Too claustrophobic to actually reasonably work with. Okay, that spike is a lot longer than it looks. Well, it's as long as it looks, so I have to make a small hop. Okay. It's just getting to be a bit cluttered now, this level, and it's like not very fun to actually dodge around. I'm overthinking this. I'm gonna leave it behind. It's probably not a token there. It's okay. I'm gonna explore every single cranny that I see. Oh, that's nice. There's at least a missile indicator down there to see if there's ones off screen. 512 terabytes free. That's not a lot of space for future 20XX anything. Oh, hey, Kirby. Sweet. Well, my other favorite series is Kirby, so this is excellent. Although, if it's going to make me run through the entirety of Green Greens, that might not be so excellent. 4.7, huh? That's an interesting damage number. But I guess that makes the health work, so... Alright. Anything for the top path, or is that the exact same? Ow. Exact same, okay. Damn. Those are really long. Foodman's over long, difficult, has obtuse tokens, visual pleasure, glitchy behavior, and broken promises. All the skip NPCs are here. Yes, exactly. Okay, well, gotta be on the lookout for Kirby bullshit. Maybe there's the, maybe the HAL room is probably the secret. Oh, hello, that doesn't look normal. Which weapon are you? Oh. Okay. That's invincible. Oh, it's a water shield. There we go. Alright. That's kind of bullshit. That's... While I recognize that that looks like another damage block, so it's not too wild to take a guess that I have to swing something at it, the fact that I don't know what it is and just have to kind of guess until I get the right one, that's stupid. First attack by Specialman, main tridents. I do appreciate... The computer virus reference does work super well in this level, though, so this is extra cool. Ponder something. Oh, too late. Couldn't read you. Move down tridents from above. Defeated. Oh, goodness. Hello, Yellow Devil. Bounces. Okay. Ow. Wrong space. See, what's missing from this equation is the fact that I could actually guard if this was Kirby, and that would help, you know, mitigate the damage quite a bit. Defense up, gotcha. More bouncing, okay. Alright, not actually as hard to dodge as I thought it was. Oh, okay. Regular devil behavior. And if there's anything like computer virus, this should be the last one. Yeah, there we go. 515 XP, not that it matters. Manliness points, housekeeping points, pogo stick points. Wrong game. That would have been the last one. Light points. Sweet. Alright, I mean, cool boss. Bullshit placement, but cool boss. Okay, let me... take a breather. Health, good. It's good to know enemies can actually still drop health in this. Little diversion. Alright, let's see. Certainly commendable. This level made it to tier 8 even with having all the skip NPCs. Yeah, I mean, it does go to show the fact that despite the insane length and kind of weird, difficult design, a lot of the rest of the level stuff was actually designed pretty well. And the aesthetics are also work nicely, so... you know, that can save you at least, you know, from absolute despair, right? And see, Computer Virus Superstar is cool, but I only realized it was a thing from the boss gallery. Ah. Yeah, I mean, as a longtime Kirby fan myself, like, I played Superstar Ultra on my DS for so long that, and so frequently, that there's actually little burn marks in, like, on the metal connector part of, like, my cartridge for the DS. So, like, it's, yeah, that goes to show just how much I love that game and that series. Okay, now I'm not recognizing this. It's kinda... maybe I do. This music is familiar. Maybe it'll come to me. The reference here is familiar, but not something that I'm used to quite playing. Like, it's kind of reminding me of, like, a small Flash game called I Am Level, but also with, like, VVVVV was, like, you know, less good. Or had worse graphics. Music is also familiar. Oh, it's bothering me. Right on the tip of my brain. Oh, instant death. Okay. Oh, and limited lives? Or is that maybe just a representation of my health in chunks? Oh, there's nothing here but the bolts? Weak. It's a game reference and I wanna be the guy. Let's see. I'm trying to remember all the games from I Wanna Be the Guy, and they don't quite stand out to me, because I don't think I never actually played the game. I've seen, like, one full playthrough at some point in my life, but that's about it. So, I'll just take the full disclosure. What game is this? Basement or cave, you decide. Alright. Okay, I'm kind of running out of lives in this. Monty on the Run for Commodore 64. Okay. That's why the music sounds a little familiar. I probably heard a Siva Gunner riff that was referencing this. I have a sinking feeling that these 5 bolts are somehow going to be connected to the 5th tokens. That's the only reason I'm going out of my way to collect them. I mean, why make them look different if they're not going to be different? Though I do have to mind the limited life count now. Okay, thankfully it seems to restock per screen. I could maybe do without the... okay, I just stood there and took that one. I could maybe do without the extremely bit-crushed sound. Like, I'm pretty sure the Commodore 64 didn't sound this rough either. Okay, too low. Alright, I'm gonna run out of lives at this rate. Can I refresh it? Yes, okay, I can. Good. Okay. Is there a way to get through there? No, that's just too low. Okay, and I come back through that way. Oh, and the token's just right there? Okay. Ah, but of course, it's blocked off. Bastard level design. Slide with it. With good timing. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Sounds like the NES having a mental breakdown. If it was the original Commodore track, it might sound even more scuffed. Really? I mean, I know it's not exactly like early computing was had great sound, but I feel like this is overkill for the trying to represent old sound chips and such. Oh, what's that little seizure element in the corner there? Okay, I guess there were technically a couple bolts over here, so might as well grab those. Alright, got greedy, come on. There we go. Missed the boat. What are you about to do to me? Our track sounds like getting a very pleasant drill inside of your eardrum. Alright, this at least, yeah, I guess this is at least, you know, sounds like a very pleasant drill outside of my eardrum. So that's a good difference. So just go down. Don't give up. See you soon. Okay. We're back. We're so back. Alright, and back to the regular level, like nothing ever happened. Although, that's different. Okay. Okay, not quite the regular level. After all the magnet beam usage, I'll certainly take the respawning weapon pickups. Okay, deal with this thing. Jump into the Minesweeper text. Yeah, I'm also just starting to realize a very large problem with this gimmick is that, unlike something like, say, the Yoku blocks, you don't actually get a fair chance to take a look at where the hell the snake platform's going. It's not really cool design. It could actually use a track in the background just to see where it goes. You know what? I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to use Rush. I'm going to use Rush Bike to make this easier. Oh no, I can't just damage boost my way through. Damn, what a shame. Thought I would be able to get just enough jump height to make that interesting. Alright, well, as far as, well, assuming that this is the actual boss screen, as far as length goes, this was actually a lot less bad than I thought it was going to be. I mean, yeah, I have been here for 30 minutes, but at the very least it has, you know, kept me awake the whole time. So I haven't been feeling like, oh god, just end it all, I'm falling asleep. I'll use Rush Bike, that'll make this easier. Good old Rush Bike, nothing beats that. Okay, alright. So another person decided that a super boss was necessary, huh? Okay, significantly easier if I just shoot that out. There's no escape, blah, blah, blah. Fun flavor text in the background that nobody's actually going to have the ability to read during all this. Okay, now what? Phase 2? Well, at least give me a large health refill. That's the least you could do. Alright, 8-way, full 8-way movement. Oh boy, that was a little bright. Okay, but that feels a little bit easier than the actual first phase. So maybe not as ridiculous as it could have been. Okay, a little bit annoying that if you prepare for the break dash timing, the 3-bullet timing will end up getting you. At least it's pretty simple, whatever this boss's name, what it can actually do. You just gotta look out for the color change and react accordingly. Alright, come on, break dash dance, and next phase. Sweet. I could tell this is going to be a hell of a boss to have to try and take on during a boss rush arena. Okay, I'm pretty good on projectiles. I don't need any more chasing after me. Alright, just break out the regular buster, no charging for this, gonna make things significantly easier. Okay, not too bad. Pretty cool overall. Not the... I think that's going for a super boss vibe. Not too bad to deal with. Glitch Woman. Okay, you're pretty good. I don't work for Wily or Light or whoever you're fighting. I was just bored. Just materialized a while ago. I don't need it. It's used to save the crystals. The crystals? Or whatever. Could you look around for the special terminals? Yeah, no. You can help with this. I don't know exactly where they all are, but you know a little bit how to find them. Oh, yeah. There's something about one of the terminals. He's kind of scatterbrained, so he just comes back to him around the original Dancing Sword? Purple blob things constantly harassing you. Fu Man made a ladder there, blending with the background. Okay, all the hints are there, but... yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Anti-magnet blocking easy entry. Time it right, you can jump up to it from your slide. Even though they require arenas first to fight any of the super hard bosses in the entries. They need to make you fight super hard bosses made by the devs, though. Fair enough. Sure, master the ice wall text. The only reason I could never get there. What, you think it's easy just to hack a wall? Tough coding all night to strike my arena. Where the kid could never go. You might just be able to go there using your break dash. That spiky hole is tight. But it's easy if you use the slides of the block train to safely position yourself. I mean, I'm not going to bother, but I'll read the flavor text a little bit. Yeah, I know you probably spent 45 minutes in this level, but spend another 45 minutes in this level. Almost inconceivable that another element would be located here, though it's strange that circle glitches haven't cleared up. I mean, is it really that inconceivable, Dr. Light? I mean, it's just like they're everywhere. They're basically candy. You mined them for Gamma. Like, there can't be that rare. Perhaps there's something else you need to do. For now, it seems they're unstable enough. The element. Yeah, not gonna. It's at least pretty cool that the sword spawned in on this now. Okay, so it's Glitch Woman's PC now. Pop culture, anime, live action series. Not much really hard drama. for fighting robots. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, for the super massive stage that it was, Foo-Man was not that bad of an experience. I had fun throughout the very long second paths stage. What am I trying to say? I had fun even throughout the extremely long second path, which it's actually very interesting to me that I didn't experience extreme burnout on this long level. It's the first one that first extremely long level that hasn't made me feel at least some degree of burnout. Now, would I really replay the entire thing? Not so sure about that one. But it's understandable that it got this high. Would have definitely been better without the mega alternate path, but you know, solid aesthetics, good custom enemies. Fair, though a little bit high difficulty throughout. Definitely some bullshit tokens, but not completely inconceivable to find. So, yeah, I don't know. Certainly I think we've played better so far, but it was fun, definitely. Between Worthless Man, Mirror Woman, and Foo Man, how would you rank them? Let's see. Worthless Man was, down. Worthless Man at the bottom, absolutely. No question about that. Mirror Woman, I would put in the middle. If it wasn't so nauseating, it would probably be higher than this level, but it was very nauseating, and holy shit, that third token, that is bullshit. That you need to have foresight and be able to navigate in the blind if you wanted to do it on your first playthrough instead of having to come back to it. And even then, being able to come back to it and having to navigate blind is ridiculous as an ask. I cannot get over that one token and how stupid it is. And then also just the abundance of the mini bosses and how tanky it gets, and then just having to deal with upside down mirror. No, stage is fucked. Foo Man was definitely the top out of those three choices. This was at least fun to play all throughout, and didn't give me a visual headache while doing so either. I never felt like I was getting frustrated, or like a challenge was going on for way too long, or that it was asking way too much of me. All the design elements were in place. This was a fun stage, even if it probably took up way too much of my time. Between the three of them, I like Worthless Man the most, but yeah, you are the Act 6 guy, so yeah, it's kind of to be expected. We can't all have good taste, so alright, let's see what the judges said. I'm interested to see that Mick and Shinryu managed to worm a 74 out of this. Because even if it was the most fun so far, I think maybe going above that like 50 threshold just for being a super long level is kind of a difficult one to actually justify. One thing's obvious, this took a lot of effort to put together. Foo Man is one of the most complex levels in the contest. Unique stuff, give top marks for creativity. Also probably helped inspire the story of this game, nudge nudge, wink wink. Let's see. Sorely needs some polish, visual aesthetic, I get it. Making almost every solid object green and black is a little bit awful. Yeah. No visual reference between spikes that hurt Rush Bike and spikes that won't. Yeah, I was confused on that screen. I was wondering, like, well, wait a minute, how can I actually use Rush Bike here? But alright. Concepts are alright, and practice things are tuned a little bit towards being hard. I don't know, for being a seasoned player, I think it's fine. But I guess I can understand this being too much for some people. Oh, then, yeah, also not having the snake platforms telegraphed where they're going to go. That, for how fast they are, yeah, kind of a pain in the ass. Speed spawn rate too fast. That could be toned down in places. There are definitely some spots for polish using the enemy, but nothing so obnoxious that it's unplayable. And yeah, and fuck the purple ball enemy. I hate that thing. Me and my homies all hate the purple ball enemy. Let's see, about the only thing... And super brutal is the Mega Man 11 cones. Yeah, they can get messy. They definitely got to be overly spammy in the Glitch Woman vertical section. Fu Man's route is pretty much a normal Robot Master stage, steadily building on itself. Isn't that long. Kirby and Monty on the run, switching up the gameplay. But since everything's overturned to kill you, the entire level is painful instead of fair. Vast majority. Yeah, sure. Alright. Fair argument. Oops. Those are the Easter egg terminals, which, yeah, no, not hunting that down. Were the reason for Bukanashi Man showing up. Oh, so this was the inspiration, and then Mirror Woman happened afterwards. Break dash terminals are easy enough. Didn't bother with that. Glitch Woman's boss door is legit a speedrun tactic. Not bothering. I'll come back with a map and explore one day. Ones that block out Magnet Beam have infuriating timing and again are not worth the effort. Core problem, it's creative, the design is technically good. Which it'll be fun, but on its current state, not unless you have a lot of patience and a lot of skill. Yeah, I guess so. Interesting how Mick and Shin really like this level, and Patchy and Flashman were as fond of it. It's the polar opposite of the opinions of my stage. Yeah, I feel like the thing is that you can also get a reflection of the judges' level of skill just by what they like to and what they complain about, because it is usually like, it does seem, this is why I tend to agree with Mick's comments the most, and probably Flashman's second. For as good as Flashman is in, like, you know, his his playthroughs, his recorded playthroughs of the classic Mega Man 1 through 7 on a Gemini Laser channel, it does kind of shine through that, and especially watching some of his like blind judge playthroughs, he is not the most technically skilled player. I don't want to put, I mean, I don't want to put that in a mean way, but it's like, you could definitely tell, like, he doesn't just jump and snap towards challenges and reflexes the same way that, I don't know, maybe I don't want to presume too much, but maybe I do, or maybe that Mick does, or that Shinryu does. Mick and Shinryu are much more tolerant of difficulty. Patchy and Flashman, you can kind of tell, don't have the same... They experience difficulty in a much more average, like, sense that Mega Man players would. Mick and Shinryu are, like, a little bit above that. Ace Spark, I have no idea where the hell he is on the difficulty spectrum. Some things, it's just like, he's like, oh, yeah, this wasn't bad, and then some things, like, this is the most impossible thing ever, and it's just like, you had to make a 4-block jump once. Like, it's not great design, but it's not insane. So, I don't know. But yeah, I can see that's probably why the opinions end up inverted with this level versus Fun Bags, because Patchy and Flashman can appreciate a longer jaunt that's maybe not as insane in difficulty. Well, maybe Mick and Shinryu get a little bit bored of it and start to see the other flaws in the level at that point. Most impressive stage in the entire contest. I can't imagine how long it must have taken. Yeah, agreed. Once the level design, however, it gets a bit tricky. Number of frustrating things. Manage the custom assets. The code platforms in particular are found to be really interesting since they're such simple yet extremely versatile gimmick. Yes, I just wish that they also had like a background path to tell you where things are going so it wouldn't become a memory game. At least not on every screen. Yeah, anytime they're sped up, it gets ludicrous. The Rush Spike segment's the worst of these. At the very least, the Rush Spike segment wasn't, like, excruciatingly long. Like, if it was like a screen longer, I think the Rush Spike segment would have gotten on my nerves, but given its length, it wasn't actually that bad to deal with. And then, if anything, you could just cheese the final jump if you want to. You could pull out the Magnet Beam. I think that's probably the hardest jump of the entire Rush Bike segment to make, so, like, A few other segments in the stage that could be summed up with decent premise but rough execution. Glitch zone, cool. The Monty on the Run section does kind of bog things down. Even required to reach it. What? No, it's not. I think this part reinforces how flawed this part is. If using invincibility frame shouldn't be the best way to get through it. Yeah, it is. Thankfully, it's only this segment, the rush bike token. Annoying. Everything else in the stage range from decent to well made, including most of the bosses. Entertaining in their own regards. Appreciate the sword viruses, all of their own unique attacks instead of just being carbon copies from the one from X2. Yeah, there is at least something unique about each one with the X2 inspiration. Fu-Man himself, offer a decent fight. I don't really like the second half, but, you know, that's just a personal preference. The fight is a lot more involved compared to Fu-Man's, and I don't mind the general ideas for attack patterns and second phase. That said, I end up not enjoying it as much due to how easily she can flood the screen with missiles. Yeah, but you can outspam that. Flashy, a bit daunting. Bit of a Marmite level. Yeah, that fits. I'd say Ace is pretty skilled at Mega Man, but stuff he has trouble dealing with seems simpler for others to deal with, so I just be a playstyle thing. Yeah, that's true. X1's final boss, well, I consider it to be one of the easier X-series final bosses. Huh. I think how I feel about that statement. I don't struggle with X1's first two phases, but Sigma's final phase tends to give me a little bit of difficulty. Just the additional platforming is not my cup of tea, but yeah, I guess compared to something like, you know, some of the X2 and X3 Sigmas, X2 Sigma is ridiculous, in my opinion, but yeah, I could definitely see X1's not that tough. And yeah, A-Spark has a weird opinion there. Let's see, if Fu walks into the bar, neat aesthetic, gives off a high-tech feeling. Concept of powered up enemies, harmless and underwhelming enemies like the Wander Bell, more utility. Strongest point of the stage, even having impressive 3D wireframe weapons. Snake platform moves really fast, like way too fast to manage. Show the geometry when it's colliding with its path. Respawning purple blob is a nuisance, yeah, gross. Man's cute design, the messages are funny. Becomes glitchy on subsequent playthroughs. Okay, so it wasn't due to any input on my part, it's just that Glitch Woman takes over on the second part. Huh. I just think Fursuit Sigma is that hard, isn't that hard other than his damage output. Yeah, I don't know. It's a skill issue. I'm not really used to the X1 control, or just the X series controls in general. Plus, I was also playing on the Legacy Collection, which has just the worst input lag of all of them, so that could also be a contributing factor. I'll spare you the 700-word rant. 2 hours and 20 minutes to 100% the level. I mean, what are we counting as 100%? The terminals as well? If we're counting the terminals as well, I could see that. But for 2 hours and 20 minutes, this level only took me probably about, what, 45 in total? We have a boffo premise. Okay, unique vocabulary word, not from A-Spark for once. Things that are organized and communicate in a manner that promotes extreme frustration and confusion. Fu-Man isn't the main focus of his own level. A section in full-on game about Glitch Woman. Yeah, that's fair. The mindset of a glitch hunter. Well. Find the area with the interference is a maddening task in a level this vast and full of visual disturbances. I don't know about that. I mean, Dr. Light tells you that it's strongest in this area, and then also, like, I don't know. There's a big flashing block that says, like, it's a big glitch block. Like, just go ahead, explore that, have fun with it. Like, come on. Complicating the search for top secret terminals. Explain aesthetic changes. Yeah, teleporting ball sucks. Glitch swimming is a little overwhelming. Brutal mode should not be available on first playthrough. Oh, yeah, I can't even... already so much time in this level. And then the author said, you know what? I'm also going to take time to make brutal mode. Ridiculous. Fragmented lore and overlong digressions to Kirby and Monty. Not shorter jaunts into more games. I mean, just... you're asking for more source material at that point. Only after full completion, which is asininely difficult, does the narrative itself together become compelling. Yeah, presumptuous costume unlock. Improve the dev room, not to mention the polished programming, fascinating concepts, engaging mini-bosses, Final Fantasy VIII music cover, attention to minuscule details, tremendously charming humor. For Fu Man himself, these things would be easily carried the level if it were just shorter and simpler. Legacy Collections input lag is definitely a problem. The SNES trilogy, easier time with them on original hardware in the GameCube collection. Yeah, I mean, I've watched videos about how like bad the Legacy Collections input lag is. It's like literally twice as bad as the previous worst collection, which I think was like Xbox or PlayStation, and it's unforgivable. It's just so sad that Capcom. It's so sad that Capcom didn't care about that Legacy Collection, but I'm also torn on the other half of me because, like, it's fitting that out of all of the Legacy Collections they released, the X Collection is the jankiest one held together by fucking duct tape and dreams. Like, oh, yeah, that's perfect. That goes with the rest of the series. Like, we'll rush it out just like we rushed out the games. Why not? GameCube PS2 is pretty good. Okay, so it was PS2. I'm waiting to play the PS1 version of X3 in the States besides emulation. Well, I do have a GameCube still. I could always pick that up if I really wanted the original hardware for that. Lay my cards immediately on the stage. I feel like the stage missed several memos. Hundreds of submissions. Why does your stage need to be literal hours? Okay, A-Spark, you're making it a little bit personal here. All goodwill's taken away by just having no restraint. This is my Yggdrasil review of the game. Alright. I apologize for nothing. I disagree. This stage does not deserve a Yggdrasil style rant. Not an issue for PS1 games and X7 and 8. Yeah, that'd be good. The stage has started to lose its appeal partway through the first element, but had the stage ended there and then, I dare say I might have come away much more positive. What do you mean? The first element was great through and through. But then the dawning realization hit. Yeah, there's the glitch woman path. Cue eye roll, sighs, and getting more caffeine. Now I'm forced to trek through another stage of this all. See, doing the whole 2 stages in one is, as it turns out, a really, really bad idea. I agree in principle. Is your stage is something that is irritating, as this stage does? No. All the issues and faults and what might have been minor irritations, full brunt head on. You know, the judges basically need to replay stages a few times to get an accurate idea of it. The issue is really compounded with multiple elements and a sprawling level of hidden and often hard to get crap. So that second element by itself shot this level in the foot, and then the other issues kept on shooting. The stage is very pretty. It's got real life to it and all. It looks nice. The new graphical elements are also cute, and I maybe like the Kirby and Monty on the Run segments if they hadn't been stuck on the tail end of the second element, but I digress. And yes, the 3D model enemies are very, very impressive. Fortunately, the level's effects often hurt gameplay, even when I was going for the terminals. It's quite hard to notice what I can interact with all the glitching going on. In other areas, the effects cover up what I'm supposed to be doing, or get overly distracting during boss fights, so I can't see what the heck I'm supposed to be dodging. Now, I like the reforming platforming gimmick in theory, and the stage really explores it. Heck, if the next issue I brought up wasn't a factor, I'd love these rooms, barring the Club and Heart token, of course. Uh-oh. Xbox 360 controller's gonna get in the way here. Okay, there we go. Back to where we were. It's really hard to parse what parts of these platforms are and aren't solid. They're half blocks if they're not solid. It changes as it moves just to add to the confusion, but the real kicker here is the corner pieces. The really, really small ones are solid. Yeah, you often bonk into something as you try and best time yourself, often straight into the pit of spikes. This is a recurring issue, but really kills the fun in this stage. On top of everything else, the enemies, I hate them. Really? They're not that bad. Especially hate that respawning purple ball. That's the only one that's bad. A right ball ache. Even weapons berry help here. Why does the purple get respawned? Why? I found the Kirby Monty segment's cute. Kirby area amounts to not a lot, just kind of extra padding. Monty area is a little obnoxious. Too big a character to naturally move around 8x8 blocks. Yeah, a little bit. Being locked into a checkpoint because you failed the token is cute, too. Didn't notice that. Virtually every single token challenge is beyond Octus. No. Finicky. No. And I'm going to be honest, I just can't do some of them. Even with weapons. Maybe agent injury has something to do with it, but at the end of the day, I legitimately can't get some of these. The club one is so finicky, so taxing, too awkward to time that climb, and way too punishing. Asking way too much of the player. Hell, I couldn't even find the heart token. Tokens just rely on the player paying attention to the surroundings, don't even mind them being a bit sneaky about it. No visual clue, nothing. Yeah, I guess so. I'm just in the mindset of checking every little cranny and pit and everything like that. To be honest, I can't do this challenge either. But I'm far with the club token. God. 2 in 1 stage. 183 other bloody entries, and I've managed almost everything else they threw at me. Coverage running areas and bosses. Ride the line, not physically hurting yourself. The Kirby Superstar RPG mini boss was cute, but quite enough. Terminal nonsense, yeah, fine. Foo-Man and Glitchwoman. Foo-Man wasn't fun. Turning arbitrarily invincible is one thing. What? I never noticed that. Very tricky attacks, not nearly good enough tells to make dodging anything but a crapshoot. Glitchwoman's the better boss fight. Look, I'm so cool. I'm basically a guardian. Okay. So she's better than Foo-Man, though. Tells more reasonable. Stage dragged on. Greater than or lesser than the sum of their parts. Yes, I will agree at this length that fundamentally is lesser than the sum of its parts, but it's not nearly that as bad as you're making it out to be. Jank fest some mediocre areas that results in a fun playthrough. See, that's how I would describe this level, as a bit of a jank fest with mediocre areas that results in something fun. Powered Up versus the original NES come to mind. NES Powered Up is technically superior to the NES, more characters, more modes, more everything. Those are straight up improvements. I'd rather play the original. Really? Sometimes with enemies, more obnoxious boss fights, the devil. Okay, I do remember that one being a lot worse. It's Foo-Man, a competent stage is otherwise not even slightly fun to play for me. Makes me want to weep. It has all the makings of one of, if not the best entries. It only had some actual damn restraint. X is the source code now that I finished judging. Oh boy. Now more. Did you try to force us to include your OC as a skin? It's there in the project file, fully kitted out, ready to go. So much code and many Easter eggs and assets referring to it. It's so heavily integrated into the Glitchwoman boss fight. Surely we must add it, right? The work's already done for us. We'd be silly not to. No, it's not your decision. Yeah, that is a bit of a dick move. On the developer's part. Goes to the contest, I'm putting my foot down any attempts at doing so. It's dead. I removed it. I had to reprogram how the boss partially works, but it's dead. Okay, maybe that's going a little bit far. In fact, that's actually going very far. If it's just referenced in the Glitchwoman fight, don't remove that. Come on. So they're suggesting we give you an alter weapon either by just including one in your submission. Alright, that is... The author had a lot of presumption. In respect, that kind of proves my initial point of arrogance and lacking restraint and... Agrorgance? Okay. And with that, this is now one of the few entries getting itself blacklisted from having any main game references. Grats. Okay, A-Spark. Whatever you say, you got booted out anyways. This is being made public along with the other examples to discourage this from happening in future games and contests, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, I don't think we'll have to worry about your commentary in the future. Given how much his wrist issues proved to be an issue the entire contest, I'm surprised Ace didn't opt out and just make Leon the judge in his place. It's probably a pride thing, IDK. Yeah, it would have made more sense, just given his condition. I'm sure there was, some debate about that with Leona, but, what happened, happened. Fortune. Okay, let's see. This is one real bosh going on here. Everything's all fancy, like... Kinda wish I'd won a costume myself. Hard to find one in my size. Ah well, I wouldn't want to disguise myself from the fam cheering me on. Speaking of fancy, did you see that simulation up there? Let's see what's so gross about it. Looks amazing to me. Reminds me a bit of the steel mills back home. All the grit and soot pulling red hot steel out of the fire, striking it. Guess a working bot like me sticks out in this fancy bash after all, huh? A little bit, but not bad. Oh god, I didn't need to talk to you a second time. Hey, Time Man, what's up? Speaking of powered up. On time, it's relief to see a punctual competitor for once. Tier boss up ahead. Alright, well, didn't need you to tell me that. Fade Magnus. Alright. Well, one more tier down, and we should be able to play like at least one level from tier 9 and make this stream's title not a liar out of me. Tier bosses should be here. Where are they? Mirage Man. Don't know you. Tier 1 charge this gauntlet. Although, you can see me, can't you? I'm here to challenge you for the tier rank. Oh, Crash, you silly little bitch. That's not Mirage Man. That's a mirage of Mirage Man. You're spoiling my view of my own visage. Hey, why can't I jump like that in the main game? Where'd you come from? I thought you were over there. That's a mirage. Appearances can be deceiving. Ha ha ha. Everyone here is pretending there's someone else. Masks and cloaks, top hats and armor. There's costume. I see you brought your own unique style to this tournament. Aren't we the creative soul? Either way, you have the freedom to choose. I don't. What do you mean? I just can make me appear as anyone at all. I want to show that off to the world, but Ernest will forbade it. Ugh. Tournament staff cannot enter the costume contest, he said. Be a gross conflict of interest. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Can't believe Wiley has standards like that. Be denied like that, it wounds me. All I can do now is imagine an audience cheering me in this little room. Well, Mr. Ernest isn't wrong, but you know, it's not so bad. In this gauntlet, you're the main event. You can show off your talents to all sorts of strong robots, and you can push them to their limit. I said it leaves a stronger impression than coming first in a sideshow. What do you think? Uh-oh. You just called the costume contest a sideshow. That's not going to go over well. Oh, it did go over well. Okay. Perhaps I needed that pep talk. I thank you, Crash. Now, show me what you've got. Hold nothing back. Thankfully, the next fellow's pretty good, not too long. Has a banger music track. Ooh, okay. That'll put me in a good mood. I can't help but feel that Mirage Man is flipping me off, but I feel like that's just my own brain interpreting what's going on. Alright, so that one was the real Mirage Man. Okay, cool fight. I actually have to interpret which one's taking damage. I think there's a slight sprite difference between the two. Okay, yeah, the fake one is slightly brighter. A little bit much going on, in my opinion. Too many explosions. But manageable enough. Sweet. Oh, hey, Proto Man, you weren't here a second ago. You believe in fairy tales? I believe in magic, in a young girl's heart, and the music can free her whenever it starts. This party has a door to a magic kingdom somewhere. Oh, yeah, Proto Man, we're a little bit past that. Oh, hello, Dark Screen. Judgment Robot, hold on. You have reached the judging panel, Pewdie Mortal. Are you ready to receive your final judgment? Yeah, sure, why not? Unregistered costume detected. No! Alright. Fun. Fair enough. Let's see. Did I get everything here in tier 8? I'm pretty sure. I did. Wow. I think tier 8... this is the first tier where I've actually managed to collect every single thing before leaving it and hitting up the tier boss. It took a long time to get to. Or for that to happen. Grab yourself a slice at the Taste Collective. Alright, well, who's going to be running the show here? We had Mirage Man in the last one. We had Gravity Man previously. Oh my god, it's Milk. It's Milk. Of all the things I do recognize, I recognize fucking Milk from Nezumi Man, I believe. Hi, Milk. Nurse is going to be your response to everything. Perfect. I sit everywhere I want. I like this place open. You're very helpful. Thank you. Aw. Gave Milk a compliment. Can't believe he judged you like that, and he didn't even need to pay half of his life points. Yeah, you know, well, maybe he paid half of his life points behind the scenes. He didn't get an enemy bar. Milk's from Mega Man Square Root. Damn it. Alright. Still, old memories of watching QZCWX still served me. Lyric. Well, that's a very nice portrait of Lyric. I like that. Everyone's a sandwich of naivety and cynicism. Everyone's a salad of disinterested fanaticism. I think you belong in Aether Man stage. I appreciate the king poster. Very nice. Oh, hey, shrimp. Everyone's hiring. I can barbecue, broil, bake, saute, pan fry, deep fry, stir fry. I'm not gonna make the joke. Make Crayola dishes, kebabs, gumbo, soup, stew, salad, burger, sandwiches, pineapple, lemon, coconut, pepper, potatoes. That's about it. That's a lot of things. Alright. Ninja of the Night. Glove the Glove. That sounds like a slightly familiar name. Little loud on the music, but I think that's because we're on 90. Yeah, let's turn that back down to 70. Alright, you must infiltrate the ninja castle and defeat the villain at the top, restore your honor, or something like that. Alright, safe introduction to these blocks. The aesthetic is coming off as a little bit plain already. So, the fact that I can notice that right off the bat is a little bit of a negative for that score, in my opinion. I do like the recoloring of the, of those pole vaulting enemies, and I guess the recoloring of the Joes here is also pretty nice. It makes sense for the theme we're going with. I think the theme, this is definitely something I'd fuck with if I wasn't just thinking about, oh god, I have to play Mega Man and, you know, there's a lot going on in my brain without the music infiltrating it already. It is a bop, though. I'll probably listen to it later when I actually go through the OST for this game. I guess it's the other way, although you can try to get this token. Of course I will. Don't you know I'm him? Oh. Don't know why I completely forgot that spike was there, but we got the challenge. If they wanted me to survive that, they would have made me get a key. Alright, the aesthetic has gotten significantly prettier. This is a lot more interesting than a blank blue background. Now, why did it teach us these can fall if... Oh, okay. I guess they were used elsewhere. It looks suspicious to me because I hadn't recognized them being used previously. I'm still in the insane, you know... Insane, what if the token is down a pit kind of mindset? Alright. Kind of a nothing platforming challenge there, but... Oh, and there's the other token. Alright, well, I don't have to do secret hunting now. That's nice. Don't need that E-tank. Snipe you. Alright, yeah, no, I see what you mean. This music is pretty good. Growing on me now. When I have a little bit more idle time. I will say, though, maybe the setups here aren't the most interesting. I've definitely seen... It feels like I've seen all of this before. And is this the end already? Oh, wow, that was quick. Okay. Very dark airman. question the wisdom of using Airman, considering, I don't know, I feel like he's one of the stronger bosses in the sense that he can kill you easily. He's one of the weaker bosses in the sense of this is kind of bullshit to dodge. Actually, in fact, yeah, I don't really feel like properly fighting Airman. Gonna be a better fit. Well, yeah, so that's kind of why the Shadow Man blades came out, right? I mean, they're not exactly the Shadow Blades, but they're close enough. It at least gets the very literal idea, like a storm of blades across at you. So, I mean, I don't know. That level was far too short for my liking, going from an extremely long stage to a very short stage. The gimmicks didn't really develop that much. I mean, the platforming got harder, but the final screen didn't really feel like conclusive in any kind of special way. It just felt like, you know, here's a random amount of platforming to throw at you. And even then, it was mostly ignorable. So, yeah, I don't know. That stage didn't really give a very strong showing to me. The aesthetics were kind of nice by the end. The recolors were good. But overall, I don't know. It felt kind of limp for me. Centaur Man could have worked. Does have a tendency to disappear. Yeah, I mean, I guess if Centaur Man started shooting out shurikens, that would be pretty cool. I've never heard of a ninja horse before, but that would make a cool inspired Mega Man level. That would have boosted the creativity score. This isn't getting winning awards for visual aesthetic, but man, that music is bopping. Yeah, that's good. Core level's pretty simple. Pure platforming, which I think does actually work to its detriment. Support that being more obstacles than targets when you have to fight them. The damage sponge shield traits can make them a little annoying. At least there weren't too many Hammer Joes. Peaks quickly, never really changes the route. Yeah, it doesn't get new. Right there, I don't think the level tapped its full potential either. A few longer sections, or even just some more thought out combat sections would go quite a ways. Yeah. Not really a whole lot to say. It's short, very easy. Tries, certainly. Bamboo Boogaloo from The Messenger. The entire game's OST is pretty good. Well, hell, I'll add it to my soundtrack list. I got work tomorrow. I might as well put it on while I do office stuff. The enemies gimmicks introduced fairly throughout the opening segments. There's also obviously been some effort put in here to create what were meant to be tense and engaging situations. They're very easy to breeze through, yeah. Doesn't change the fact that many of those challenges felt like they were treading similar ground. Yeah, exactly. For the longest time, largely blaming down the choice of the music here. I didn't care much for the aesthetics. The music is a completely different story. It's an absolute earworm, agreed. Oop. Didn't enjoy stages a whole lot, for better or for worse. Every time I hear Bamboo Boo from now on. Yep. Page of the Night. 77? Really? Yeah, it's a bit strong. Oh, it's nothing spectacular. Fine and cute little level. And catchy, which is always great. Those too monochromatic looking with too much purple everywhere. The gimmicks are in the form of simple block platforms, which is somewhat appropriate. Pursuing kind, so a lot of the rooms feel kind of slow paced, would link down the BP Hammer Joes. Yeah, Airman's kind of a crappy fight. And it should be more interesting, large variety of different concepts without anything as tedious as the big boys. Alright. Drunken music, moody nighttime theme, checkpoints at regular intervals, and a ninja theme, sign me up. Always ample time to react to new challenges. Yeah, it is good, but... yeah, something to spice up Airman, rather than just put a stock Airman there would have been good. Well-intentioned, but messy. Yeah, it really did. Bottomless pits look like secret passageways. I'm glad I'm not the only crazy conspirator person that thinks if you have, you know, Gyro Man dropping donut platforms in a room at the bottom of the screen, it looks like a secret. Labeled info box at the beginning. Yeah, a little bit more brighter than purple and black would be nice. Well, doesn't live up to the potential of the premise. Yeah. Bye. Maybe 2 exceptions, that's debatable. I mean, if they're at least as good as Fu Man, then I won't have any problems. Absolute music pop alert. Every so often, a level comes along that leaves a more positive impression. Ninja of the Night is made up of some of the more overused and generic assets, but its theme and music and atmosphere are very cute. It helps carry the stage. Several entries this time around that tried the darkened enemies in the darkened room camouflage. Seems like an appropriate idea after all. Probably one of the few stages where, due to retaining enough bright areas, player doesn't find themselves clobbered by that enemy they literally struggle to see coming. Yeah, well, that also doesn't help that they're half like bright purple, so. Most of the enemies, even the generic ones, are often used as if they were obstacles, rather than just things slowing the player down. Sometimes they reward players for paying attention or serve as nice simple mini challenges. Can't be reset. An issue when the gimmicks removes itself. Yeah, that would be a problem. Ninja of the Night is not a top tier level, but does enough right and stands out. Honestly, the stage is rather short, fairly sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I agree most with Shinryu on this one. Like, this level does, outside of the music, it does nothing for me. Like, I would have thought of this maybe like 1 or 2 tiers lower. I would have rather saw like the Sandstorm Tower, whatever it was. Not Sandstorm, it was something else. Sky Storm Scraper, I think. Anyways, I'd rather have saw that level here than in tier 9 rather than this one down here. I don't get it. I'll just remember there's one more Tri-Castle, but you don't fight him. Oh, okay, well that's nice. I mean, not like he'd stand a chance, but this tier's pretty good when it fades near the end of it, though. I admit it's a very love it or hate it type of stage. You'll know if you see it because one of Flashman's favorite. All right. You look like a wine connoisseur. This looks like a McDonald's, sir. Might I introduce you to a free wine flight or take some wine home? Wine to go, 15 bolts. Didn't I wreck your factory? Everybody wrecked my factory at that last festival. I knew it was a mistake to give virtual tours. Yeah, sure, we'll try the wine flight. I get it. And then, what's the wine to go? Out of vial, so pour it into a can and mark it with a W so you remember it's wine. I don't have any space. To pour it back into the tap. Why would you do that? Alright, well. Here, Shadow Man, I'll humor you. I'll give your little stand some, you know, right to exist. Can't handle the horrible burning sensation, just dump it on your weapons. I coat my shuriken in the stuff. This is a tier I'd recommend getting the Solar Sapper upgrade from the Kino. Need it for one of the Chivos. Alright, I mean, I can examine it later for whatever achievement ends up being necessary. But for right now, I'll just, you know, do my own thing. Golden Trash. Alright, I think this will be the last level of the night. I am tired, but I do want to end on something that feels a little bit more substantial to me. Okay, didn't really need to see this tile set again so soon. Also, it's weird that two people used the Nitro Man tile set right behind each other and had quiet music twice. Alright, unlike the other Joes, I can't shoot through your shield. Oh, and we get a different color palette immediately. Okay. Well, the joke no longer stands, unfortunately. Alright, invincible garbage. That's good. Well, I like to see this. The garbage from Sparkman's stage didn't really have, you know, enough good uses. Ah, it can crush me. That's not great. That's different from the original garbage, I'm pretty sure. I think that's a cool gimmick to combine the junk blocks with the Shadow Man platforms. Okay, but this is a little obnoxious to have to try to get past, though. Alright, well, it can crush enemies, too. Good to know. Be careful, Crash. A junk duct has exploded, and you must be wary. Tremendous concentrations of junk in the room below. Alright, well, which room is the one I should go to? They're warning me about the tremendous amount of junk. I guess I'll go the other way. There's someone to talk to up here. Hello, friend. What's up? I'm Sam, also known as Secret Area Man. Thank you for coming to my secret area. I worked hard on it. Thank you for giving me bolts. I'll spend them well. Actually, I'm lying. There's no way I'm spending my bolts. I don't do that. I need to hoard them up for 9999. Okay, good joke with the Vault Man being a bunch of junk, but, like, good lord. Talk about painful on the eyes. This is actually a little bit much. Usually the polar opposite of the last level is making me eepy. A little bit. It doesn't help that it's so quiet. I think it fits well enough for a Mega Man level, but, yeah. Yeah, no, this is a lot more visually irritating than the Sandstorm in Tier 8 was. Okay, well, I feel like the Shadow Man junk platforms are getting a little bit uninspired already. They're not doing anything special that I haven't seen before. That's a fun use of a lyric, though. Junk Factory Alarm, attention, all trash dudes. An advancing wall of Vaultmen is attacking Chamber 3, quite literally. Huh, okay. At least they're having fun with Vaultman, but, not exactly what I would be looking for as far as my level's aesthetic. Whoa, army of Vaultmen be upon ye. That's good. Do anything with this? No, that's just invincible down the corner. Alright, weird placement for an energy drop, but I guess I'll take it. Oh, and then a different kind of spring. Do I actually jump up any higher from this? No. Just have slightly different... No, my jump seems the same. Don't know what's up with that. Oh, it only works for the junk blocks. Okay. Now we have ones that work for both. Alright, alright. Well, I'm glad to see somebody actually finally iterated on the springs to make them a little bit more interesting. Wait, what? Oh. Didn't even see how the room was structured. That makes a lot more sense now. Alright, actually neutralize the Joe before advancing this time. I said neutralize the Joe. There we go. Oh, that was a bad idea. Well, I'll just pretend like I actually made that jump. Bad miss. How the hell do I do this without, getting gored? Okay, I can hold down? Oh no, I hold jump. That's strange. I hold jump to not go up so high. Now that I actually understand how the blue blocks properly work, I'm not so sure how much I enjoy that. Oh, good God. They're trying to send junk into space now. I don't know why they're trying to send it into space. It already happens whenever we send anything into space. But they're doing it. Okay, just another Joe. Nah, no, Joe, I'm sorry. There's no room up here for you. Oh, okay. I get it. Alright, okay, that was a neat use of timing those together. Although I would say I could just kind of brute force it anyways, so... Not the most interesting use of that gimmick. Okay. Cool artistic source for where the blocks are coming from. Okay, well, I guess I can just get rid of you. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Timing here is a little bit tricky with all the shots. Not sure what I was expecting from that. Okay, don't charge. Just shoot. There we go. Okay. All right. No, the junk blocks are actually getting a lot more creative now. Although the stage does still have this weird, almost... It's kind of a puzzle level, but it's just a little bit too fast-paced for a puzzle level, but at the same time, it's a little bit too slow-paced to be just a, you know, standard Mega Man level. Okay, that's not clearly communicated. I feel like those, I should be getting crushed against the conveyors rather than going through them. Huh? Wait, what am I missing here? Puzzle action platform. Yeah, it's kind of a weird hybrid of all of these. Did I just manage to soft block myself? What happened? Okay, we're gonna just pretend like I didn't do that. Or that there's something else. Okay, no, what the hell am I missing? Whatever, okay, I don't really quite get what's going on, but clearly I'm missing something. Oh, hi, another Vault Man. Name of the key failed to spawn. Yep, there we go. Hey, Magnet Dude, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I managed to find some... I find weird bugs in the game. It's not just me being like, how did Flashman find a soft block here? Or how did he manage to shove himself into a wall? It's like, oh no, I finally found something glitchy. Yay. Speaking of... Just like last stream, first person to die that way. Anyways. Gotta wonder how the hell they managed to make the junk invincible. Oh, well, this is a bad place to be. That's out of place. That looks like it should be a secret. Alright. Oh wait, right, no, I don't want to hold A on these. Almost got me there. Okay, this time actually land on it. Good. Hey, not so bad. Kind of a mean place to put a text box right in front of a Sniper Joe. Brought to you by The Gimmick Probably Isn't Understandable, gang. Well, alright, at the very least you explained it. Still. It never tested. These lyrics hurt? Oh, wow, they really hurt. Okay. My testers managed to find a glitch in my level that X's... Okay, that's a bullshit checkpoint. I should not have to be immediately aware of a Sniper Joe in my face. One of my testers managed to find a glitch in my level that access debug mode if you entered Blackout Man's room in a weird way. How the hell do you manage to accidentally force debug mode? That's insane. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I can understand why maybe the communication of what's going on was not so great with this, considering that these lyrics are normally grinding up the junk blocks. Whereas now, for some reason, I guess because everything's invincible, so are they. Yeah, that Joe sucks to fight. Don't do that. Okay, now I gotta outrace the blocks, and we're good. Okay, and they get stuck. That wasn't just a one-time thing. It's consistently bad. Wait a minute. Anything hidden down here? Come on. Are you're not even gonna hide like a little Easter egg, like, you know, E-can from like the Mega Man 5 somewhere in the junk? Like something else that's kind of garbagey? Alright, the Vaultmen are back. Someone please help me. I'm scared. Oh, well that wasn't clear. Alright, time to die, I guess. I'd modify the room slightly, but it kept happening until it just stopped happening altogether. Yeah, I don't know. It's like how my Wi-Fi will eventually piece itself back together and suddenly not struggle anymore with, you know, 15 Mbps, and it'll go back to its 30, or its 50. Sometimes the best way to resolve a problem is to just let it resolve itself. Alright. Yeah, no, the Vaultmen are really distracting. Like, holy shit. No. I feel like this deserves a skip teleporter for Motion Sickness Man more than anything except for Worthless Man's Motion Sickness. This is kind of rough to stare at. Because they almost have this wavy ocean-like movement, and then the fact that sometimes they'll just start destroying themselves on junk blocks too adds like some audio clutter as well. Like, not my favorite thing. Although it is at least cool that these two junk blocks added onto the island that's carrying us. Although it's not like the added height did anything. That would have been cooler if the added height like actually did something at the end. Even at the very least, it just made it so a jump that was otherwise unmakeable was makeable. Alright, this is a lot of effort to go through just to get one energy pellet. Used to be even worse? Oh, dear. Okay. Again, we'll have to... So I guess we making Dustman now, huh? Yeah, I'll have to take a look at Flashman's recordings on this stage later. See what it originally looked like. That is a very funny sprite, I'll give you that. It's a little bit of a shame, though, that it is just Dustman. You could have also added in, like, a, you know... like one of Vaultman's attacks, at least, to get, like, the shield going. That would have been a cool fusion boss fight, but... for what it is, it's fine. It's my original character, Doltman! Only for his music, Lollipop 1136 for his Doltman sprite. Alright. What'd you get for having foresight, Easter egg. She also fixed the sign on it. Wait a minute. Sarisa? Didn't, I just saw that name on one of the levels. Did she make Booman's stage? I know I just saw that name, but I can't exactly remember where. Oh, God. Jump scare. And one final challenge to not get gored. Okay. A little much. And if you do this to yourself, a little gross. Yeah, Food Man. Okay, good. I don't have Alzheimer's quite yet. That's fun. See someone participate in multiple levels then. Alright, I'll say that level was maybe getting a little bit long on length just for its slow pacing, but overall at least left a little bit more of a satisfying feeling in the pit of my heart than the previous level. It was an interesting combination of gimmicks on the surface, though, I don't know, at a certain point, Junk plus Shadow Man block got a little bit repetitive, not super, interesting overall, but it was at least a good effort of combining two things that we haven't seen before. And I like some of the fundamental ideas of using junk blocks to kill invincible enemies and having to solve puzzle rooms with it. Alzheimer's, we're getting all of those hypers. Oh dear. That's just about as good as the joke that I started this stream with. Aesthetics were a fine use of Duskman's graphics, and I don't know, enemy challenges were okay. That one checkpoint spawning me in front of the Sniper Joe was bullshit and unforgivable though. And then just kind of having a Dust Adult Man as the last boss, a little weak, and that Bolt Man, motion sickness, gross. Was the joke, was 5 minutes late. Oh, it was, honestly, as a half joke, I basically just said, bitrate, I hardly even know her. Like, that's all I did. It was the worst attempt at humor possible. Just to make a joke about how I didn't even have, fixed the whole bitrate issue. Alright, highlight of this level is easily the junk puzzles. Once the introductions are out of the way, variety of puzzles can get fun. Crushing Sniper Joe's the junk box was fun and satisfying. I'll give you that. I got to do something besides just die to a charge shot. The finicky springs. Why is her name Rate, and why did you bite her? Cause these Mega Man levels are looking like a snack. We did it. We did it, Reddit. We made the joke. We referenced the stage. Or the stream name. We referenced the stream name. While the concept of reversing the inputs is unique, in practice it's royally annoying to completely flip what's been taught to the player. Yeah, maybe muscle memory by now. It only took the whole stream, but the joke was completed. It was all worth it for this. I'm so proud of this community. For that matter, the final block challenge for the element feels finicky, to the point where I'd be surprised if a glitch killed someone. It didn't quite glitch kill me, but it kind of made me use Tornado Blow. I'm going to complete as Food Man. Specifically on Flash Man 85's playthrough. Once we get outside of the block puzzles, the level kind of falls apart. Yeah. Much less interesting than the puzzles. Complete lack of faith in the concept doesn't help. The sign is unnecessary at best, confusing at worst. First section is an adequate teacher for staying on the blocks, especially since there's a checkpoint. Confusing because staying on the blocks at all costs can get you killed in the Vault Man segment, and you've no reason not to assume the gimmick has different rules the second time around. The only part that was confusing was because the only reason it was confusing is because the invincible lyrics were thrown in there, and those were shown to grind up the dust blocks earlier. But the challenge wouldn't have been made significantly different by not using the lyrics. So why toss them in there in the first place? They could have solved their problem by just not using the lyrics there whatsoever. Oh well, hindsight. I guess it would have taken longer to die if you fell off the blocks, but I don't know. Not that big of an issue. For that matter, the Vaultman sections are more annoying than him. Yeah, it hurts to look at. And it always stays a certain distance away. Kind of just a visual thing there. Painful on the eyes, a rather long length. Revamping or outright scrapping the Vaultman sections. Yeah, agreed. Oops, right now, the only vault that isn't terrible is the Vault Dust Hybrid, and that's just a reskin. Bit odd, to put it mildly. If there's one thing I can point to in this level's favor, interesting gimmick applications. Yeah, decent ideas together. Doesn't make for some of the stage's larger glaring issues. For one, I question why the Vaultman imagery had to be here if it wasn't going to amount to much other than some overdone jokes. Yeah, it didn't add much. It took away from the theming. It didn't feel like a serious submission at that point. I mean, it was seriously made as a submission from a design standpoint, but eh. Let's see. Semi-interesting looking effect that follows the screen and poses no threat. Actually doing things during the final stretch of the level. They're a big visual distraction. Yeah, agreed. Are indestructible, despite not having the invincibility glow, which is weird. There was no reason to have that final climb, I agree. The rough note to end something this strange on. Anything in this level definitely stands out for someone's visual and concepts. It puts with the block puzzles, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely remember the level for just, like, what it tried to do. It used a very interesting combination. Oh, trash! This has a similar set of gimmicks to another certain block conveying factory entry in this contest, but they are executed way better here. Creative implementations of the drunk blocks. Agreed. 83 from Patchy. I don't think we've seen that since, what, tier 2? Where there was just all of a sudden something that Patchy rated absurdly high. The red springs that only work for non-player entities. Spring up with it. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, no, box. Why do we keep saying bog standard? Is it not box standard? Why do we keep saying bog standard? Am I insane here? Have I been gaslit my entire life from where I grew up? Or is it not box standard? Dustman fight after all that. Chaos towards the end. Yeah, energy spam could definitely be used less. Old and trash, more like belongs in the, yeah, bottom of tier 9. This level, like its referential name, doesn't entirely make sense. Connection between the comment to architecture, unclear puzzle objectives, and uneven difficulty. Yes, you are insane. It's always been bog standard. Ah, thank you, Grimspecs. I definitely trust you to never gaslight me at all. Drawing Vaultmen while entertaining our visual and technical disaster. Yes. Flashing invincibility effect is overwhelming. Players can grind for infinite keys, get permanently stuck in a comically large number of spaces, and get smacked by a Joe immediately after restarting a checkpoint. Oh yeah, not to mention I got soft blocked at some point. Anything obscure Eastern egg needs rethinking. Why would I get a pat on the back for a trick shot that shouldn't even work? Yeah, clearly never found it out. I mean, I don't. My bogs are considered standard. Boxes being standard makes more sense if you ask for me, but that's English for you. Fortunately, I have a high tolerance for messy design if it's manageably difficult, especially creative. Nothing here is so harsh or precise that ruins my fun. All the gimmicky twists. Pesky Joe on the conveyor block ride when we don't scroll off the screen. The boss fight is just barely different enough. Does make Dustman feel challenging again? What? Oh, the boss fight is the exact same. In the work, in the music, irreverent sense of humor. Definitely seen better in the contest so far. Like so, was hoping to love it. Really enjoyed the puzzles. Graphics are I wouldn't say an absolute eyesore, just the Vaultmen are. Different, felt like color design. It's more challenging, he is red. True, I guess he makes you angry by psychological color theory. Middle of the stage where junk blocks and springs are combined in a number of interesting, unique ways was superb and the highlight of the level. The level's a mess, gimmicks acting consistently. Yeah. The spikes, which are only sometimes instant death, and the rainbow lyrics, which are also sometimes instant death, but also sometimes destroy the junk blocks and other times not. Yeah, inconsistent messaging there. There's one room around halfway, and a red spring on the right of the room bounces a block really slowly. I don't quite remember that, but sure. Then the eye hurt. The hurt. Yeah. Judge copy of the stage has several rooms filled with hundreds of Vaultman objects across the whole screen that cannot be interacted with in any meaningful way. Oh, I will have to see that later. And Rainbow Vaultmen. Excellent. Pencil blocks and enemies should have had different graphics rather than the default flashing effect. The rooms filled with invisible objects placed for your puzzles. Yeah, overall, kind of a troubled level. Almost feels like it just needed a bit more time in the oven. You could have had something really interesting, but, you know, overall, it's at least memorable, so. Worse than other things. Red makes you 3 times more powerful. Yeah, I guess that's why Shadow the Hedgehog has it. Off to a great start, though. Yeah, another top 20 contender, didn't make it through to a late penalty. Ooh, alright. Well, I'll be looking forward to that. But yeah, it's time to call it a night, so thanks for attending. I really, I appreciate everybody's viewership, even throughout the weird bitrate problems I'm having. Maybe it'll fix itself tomorrow, maybe it'll fix itself next week, who the hell knows. But, as long as the stream stays smooth at this, current bitrate, it's fine enough. So, I'll plug again. I am doing a Slay the Spire stream on Thursday. If anybody has time to go ahead and join that, I would appreciate some viewership, but I understand it's, another day out of the week, and it's also a different game. So, just figured I'd advertise it. Have a good night, and I'll talk to everybody later. Goodbye.